A few days ago, I sent Sir Fenton the formerly top-secret document which reveals how Duncan Sandys intended the conference to fail. Sir Fenton had never seen this before.
I couldn't really believe that my suspicions would one day have been proved so accurate. I couldn't really believe it. I suspected that this was the case. I thought this was the case, but I felt that I could have been wrong. But in the events which occurred, I wasn't wrong at all.
Cheddi Jagan, in one stroke, sign what amounted to his own political death warrant.
He said he felt that he could not go back to Guyana, or to British Guyana, without a date for independence.
Jagan's daughter, Nadira Jagan-Brancia.
If he had returned home to Guyana without a decision on the date of independence, the opposition would have used that as an excuse to start up the riots that were done in 62 and in 63.
Dr. Jagan, you can't agree with each other, but apparently you can with Mr. Sandys. How come?
Well, somebody has to decide ultimately, and I feel that British government has a responsibility to give British Guyana independence, and it must decide.
Jagan was later to regret that decision, but it seems London couldn't have been happier. I have here copies of the minutes from a meeting on November the 26th, 1963, between the new Prime Minister, Douglas Hume, and Dean Rusk.
The Prime Minister said that this had gone off slightly better than had hoped. It had even been slightly awkward that Dr. Jagan had given us so little trouble.
But why would such a passionate nationalist as Cheddi Jagan give up so easily after years of struggling to free his country from its colonial chains? Winston McGowan, Emeritus Professor of History at the University of Guyana.
He had faith in British justice, and he felt in the end that Britain would have done what was right. I mean, that was his bottom line, and therefore he was prepared to trust the British.